What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you can have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Let me entertain you. Today on the program, so excited. I have three ladies on the program, on the podcast. I have Sachy Ice Queen. I know if you've been listening to the What Makes You Famous podcast, you know who the Sachy Ice Queen is. Aysleth, Zeledon, Stutz. And she's been on several times, so you know a lot of her story. But we're going to get to find out what's going on with her right now. And with her, she has Lorinda XO out of Oklahoma and also Mims in Australia. That's about all that I have on those two ladies right now. So I'm excited to learn more about them in the next few minutes. So stick around. This week's shows, I have three public shows for your entertainment needs. My usual Friday night gig over at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Yes, I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show. They got a full bar, the kitchen's open, pool tables. They got 10 diamond style pool tables, and they have a pool tournament on Friday nights. So if you want to try your hand at playing pool and possibly make some money while you're doing it, you check out the Rab. Good food, good drinks, good fun, good golly, Miss Molly. Let's get to the Rab on Friday night. I'll be there from 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the AM for the little concert starring each and every one of you. It's karaoke night. And then on Saturday, let's see, I'll be at the Choctaw VFW on Saturday night, this Saturday night, from 8 p.m. until 12 midnight. They got pool tables. They got a big giant dance floor, big giant room that we need to fill up full of people just like you that want to sing songs and tell war stories. It's the VFW after all. Yeah, there's always some interesting people to meet. They got good drinks. They got great bartenders, and they got just great people showing up at the Choctaw VFW. I know I get to be there about once a month, and I'm very excited to be there this Saturday night at the Choctaw VFW for the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. The stage is yours. A little concert starring you. You get to be a star, at least for a few minutes. So exciting. Choctaw VFW Saturday night from 8 p.m. until midnight. And then also on Saturday, I have a new show every Saturday night. This week I'm going to have, I think Brock is going to be taking over the show to cover for me this weekend. But I need you, if you're in Little Rock, you need to get to Mr. Brew's Tap House in Little Rock, Arkansas at the Park Plaza on University. You know where it's at. It's Mr. Brew's Tap House. They got 48 different types of beers, also other types of alcohol as well. But not just that, it's a restaurant. So you could bring the kids, bring the whole family. They have great food. Burgers is like what they specialize in. And I've seen these burgers. They look delish and so tasty. So get over there, have some food, have some drinks, and of course, the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Just had last Saturday, so good. Saturday before, so good. I got to be a part of that show, and I'll be there the week after, but definitely I want you to keep that place going for me. Would you? Would you please? That's Mr. Brew's Tap House in Little Rock, Arkansas at the Park Plaza from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. Good times, good people, and a good room. And it's run by ladies, so that place is clean. It is spick and span. It's got the woman's touch. Yeah, I know that sounds a little sexist, but it's true. The place is immaculate. I don't think if boys were running that thing, it would be quite as good. And the kitchen, is clean too. So thank you, ladies, for running that place the way you should, the way it should be run. That's 3 shows this weekend. Friday night at the Rab, Conway, Arkansas. Saturday at the Choctaw VFW, Choctaw, Arkansas. And then on Saturday as well at Mr. Brew's Tap House in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's it for the intros. Let's get into it with Sachy Ice Queen and Lorinda XO. I know I keep saying it like that. And Mims. All right. I got them on Zoom. So if you're listening to the audio version, check out the video version on my YouTube page, youtube.com/user/KeysDan. Zooming the ladies now. That's what I see. That's what I see. Eep, 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 eep. Eep, 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 eep. Come on, you're a professional. You can get your full face on there. Get your face in that screen.
Hold on.
All we see is what she's eating.
Uh-huh. She reminds me of a, okay.
What? Let's promote this, okay? I will definitely lower it. Okay, there we go. Look at these conchas, y'all. These are my favorite sweetbread conchas.
This portion of the podcast brought to you by Conchas and Sachy Ice Queen. All right, you've been known by so many names. Anybody that's listening to the What Makes You Famous podcast, any long-term listener knows who the Sachy Ice Queen is, knows all about you. You've been on this podcast several times, not just alone, but also with your loving husband, the Monarch of Fire, the Reverend of Stutz, the, I don't know, he's got so many names.
Modern day Noah. He's the modern day Noah because in the comedy world.
He's got more names than a heavyweight boxer. But who I'm trying to get to know is, it kind of reminds me of a John Mayer song, Lorinda XO, Lorinda XO. I think her, was it Your Love is Like XO?
You know what's funny is that I wrote a song about me and Lorinda.
All right, I want to hear it all right now in its entirety.
I listen to it every day, but I'm not going to perform it right now.
At least a piece of it. Give me the chorus, something.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, honestly, I don't know if you can even hear it because the last time I talked to my friend on Zoom, I tried to play it for her and it did not, like, she couldn't hear it. So, but it's on Apple Music. Let me look it up.
Oh, no. I don't want to hear it on Apple Music. I want to hear it live, straight from your mouth to my ears.
Her singing such.
Oh, I sing along.
She says that she stuffs her face.
I know. You keep putting stuff in your mouth. We're on, baby. Okay. We're on. I'm not editing anything else.
No, not allowed. Okay, so.
All right, I'll talk to Lorinda XO. I already know a little bit about you, person of the community, Sachy Ice Queen, all around town community player, poet, author, just all around great person. You like to get your close-ups in the camera, though. You like to put your face right up in there. Make sure the people see who you are. All right, but back up a little bit. I need to know who Lorinda XO is. Give the people an idea of who you are.
Oh, God, you really put me on the spot. Just a mom, really. Survived TV, raised an autism kid. I am the director of learning idiom in Oklahoma. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, well, what's TB?
Win a poetry competition, so I call that a win.
Hey, that is a win. It's nice to be recognized for the accomplishments that you make, recognized by your peers and others. It encourages you to go further. I've gotten awards over the years, nothing that I've ever begged for or asked for, and I'm very happy that I get recognized for certain things. A lot of times it's sales awards when I was working Joe jobs, and you're salesman of the quarter, you're salesman of the year, you're salesman of the, and then you know what, we're downsizing, so you're let go. So what did all those awards mean, really? Not much. Not in that capacity. If you're employed,
in this case, it was worth $300. So she
won. Yeah, I won $300.
Cash money. That's always a way to judge how you're doing. I know the robber barons back in the late 1800s Money wasn't the goal, but it was a good way to to check to see how they were doing, to get their levels. Okay, I got 400 million. I got 500 million. I got 600 million. I know millions don't mean much anymore now that we're talking about billions. If I got $1 million, great. Keep working. All right. Wait, when you get to billion, let me know. When you get to three commas, three commas, not 2 commas, not million, 3 commas, billion. That's the goal you have to get to a comfortable level, to get to the kind of money that you don't have to worry about anybody else telling you what to do at any point in time. Okay, I know we're God-fearing people, but it's called FU money. And you got so much. You got so much. You don't need to worry about it. And wouldn't that be nice? I know in Forrest Gump, they invested in a fruit company. It happened to be Apple, and he didn't have to worry about money anymore. That's one less worry. Wouldn't that be nice if you didn't have to worry about money and you can continue doing what you're doing, involving yourself in the arts, poetry, and all around helping other people?
Learn how to invest in real estate. It's the best passive income you could probably find.
Well,
honestly, 90% of millionaires actually do it through real estate. So,
well, like him or not, our current president was a real estate mogul. That's how he made his money. At least the money that we see in the foreground. He claims he made it in real estate. And I know, Sachy, you're into the real estate business, but Lorinda XO, and I'll keep singing it because it just, that John Mayer song is stuck in my head. But are you into the real estate? You said you're a mom primarily, a mom in Oklahoma.
Maybe his reception was not great. I don't know.
I can still hear you.
I thought it was my reception. I'm like, am I on Wi-Fi?
I hear you perfectly.
I know I'm on Wi-Fi.
I guess we're now just holding down the thing.
Yeah, but if it's his, then I don't know. Oh, there you're back.
Yeah, but I heard you the whole time, so no worries. But I primarily, I know that Sachy, you're into the real estate biz, but Lorinda, you said primarily you're a mama in Oklahoma and doing the learning idiom out there. Are you in the real estate game as well?
Oh no.
Not yet. I like to say I am her right now. I think I'm her business mentor. So maybe one day. She has really good credit, so she should definitely, she can do it. But we'll see.
That's why I have really good credit, because I haven't done it.
Well, that's
you haven't used it.
That's another thing that was made up years ago. Is credit is judging people by their ability to pay, and that's another way to balance the scales or unbalance the scales. Put your thumb on the scale. If you don't have good credit, you're not getting that house. You're not getting that car. You might not even get that washing machine. You might not even get that layaway because you don't have good credit. But the people that have plenty of cash don't have to worry about all that. It's I'm just talking about disparity. It just happened to be something that got on my mind since I'm talking to two ladies that are, I guess you're working. Are you both working for corporations, or are you working for yourselves?
Myself. Well, technically I work for Sachy.
For me, because she's part of the nonprofit, so it's that's her main. That's not her main source of income, but that is her additional source of income. For me, currently, as most people know, I am an entrepreneurial type of person. The most recent thing that I did add to my long list of things that I can do is now I'm a songwriter, and my music's actually out in 23 different platforms. So, and I'm actually not a licensed realtor, but I still teach a lot of the basic real estate classes because I did it for 3 years. But I'm recently back in Central Arkansas, so I'm super excited. I might go back into real estate. I might not. I haven't decided. honestly, it's looking like it's not. I'm not going to go back into it just because me and my husband are in the wedding industry, and so we're both ordained ministers, and so we just recently became. It's called Weddings by Weston. They've been in business for 25 years. And so we became just recently their newest officiants that we can do English, Spanish, and bilingual weddings. And so honestly, I love real estate and you loved it when I did it when I was here in Central Arkansas. But because of the amount of weddings that we have lined up already, I don't think that I'm going to go back into the real estate world as for work, but that doesn't mean that I don't have past classes that I've recorded that I send out, because Learning Idiom is a virtual vocational academy. So a lot of the content and a lot of the teaching that we do is it's like pre-recorded lessons that we send out to people on a monthly basis. And so that's the way that we achieve our mission, which is to break language barriers and culture barriers by perfecting people's English and Spanish. We have 2 locations in Arkansas, in person. You met Claudia. So Claudia she's one of the teachers in City of Hope Outreach. She was my business partner for about, I want to say 3 years. And then she went from the Learning Idiom nonprofit to the City of Hope nonprofit. And so, but that program was started because of Learning Idiom and because of our influence and because they wanted to do it in person. And so she stepped down from Learning Idiom and went into the City of Hope Outreach. So I still and that's the way that we're not in person. Our mission for Learning Idiom is all virtual, but we like to partner with other in-persons, nonprofits that do the same, that technically have the same mission as us. And like Claudia was part of Learning Idiom for 3 years. So I still always mention that because they have like an after-school program for kids. And so she's teaching them Spanish. In Russellville, there's an adult school where one of my interns is the program director for that particular thing. And so I always like to shout them out because they were my interns. There are people that I helped. There are people that helped me. We still, remain in connection, but they're just, they're not part of Learning Idiom anymore. They're part of other nonprofits in order for our mission to be, fulfilled in person. But again, Learning Idiom is mainly just virtual. We do a lot of in-person fundraisers, which I'll get to talk to you a little bit about later. But basically, honestly, what I've been doing full time right now is the nonprofit and then helping my husband with his business.
The podcast.
The podcast part of the, nonprofit.
The La Familia.
Yeah, Transcending La Familia. This if you see this background, this is the one that me and Lorinda are part of. It's the newest podcast that we just released this year. We have about 6 episodes already. It's called Feral Activity Podcast, and we basically just give space to people that have spicy work, we like to call it. So
I'm also part of the La Familia one. Even though I can't speak Spanish, so I just sit there like, yeah.
So
Taco.
Yeah. So Transcending La Familia, she's also going to be my co-host for Transcending La Familia because it is a Spanglish podcast. So she can still, I can interpret for her, and we can, it's mainly just because we need to cater to our Spanish-speaking community. And so, anything that's said, I'll just interpret for her. And then, we're still fulfilling, the Spanish side of the nonprofit. And so I'm super excited for our upcoming gala. We have a gala. Keys, Dan, I hope you're there. I'm gonna book you.
We shall see what we'll see.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes,
Aysleth, when I was living in the streets of Miami, we called your type of person a straight up hustler. And I know I'm getting political again. The politicians will brag that the jobs, we've got so many jobs that have been created. Well, us little people down here know that there's jobs created because we have 3 or 4, 5 of those jobs because that's what we need to get by. You cannot live on one job alone. Now, I did want to talk to Lorinda about nonprofit. Me, as somebody who doesn't know what a nonprofit is, I've heard that term bantered around. Nonprofit, doesn't that mean you get no money out of it? Or does somebody get paid? Or does the nonprofit part is after expenses? This is how I understand what a nonprofit. Okay, say you make X amount of dollars. Let's just say Lorinda makes $3 million a year.
So,
no,
sorry
okay.
to interrupt, but Mim is actually trying to come in too. She's also part of the podcast and part of our organization. Mim, she says she's waiting, but nothing happened. So she's probably
because I'm paying attention to you. I'm not paying attention to her. Now I'm paying attention to all of you.
So yeah, we're all part of like Feral Activity Podcast. She's actually in Australia. Hey, Mim.
Hey, can you hear me?
Sure. Nope. I do not see you. The Mim.
Oh, you got to see me?
Bloody hell. My gosh, these people are so vain.
Hey, listen, I got vanity with it because I'm sick. You can't.
Vanity. Oh my gosh. Have you seen this fat face on the screen right here? Look at me. Okay? I'm not the prettiest. You know, I could go, I'm not the prettiest. I'm not the best looking. I'm not the best smelling. I'm not, you could stop me anytime. I'm not the...
You can stop me anytime. We're just going to keep letting you go.
Yeah, just keep letting me. I'm not the best dressed. I'm not the smartest around here. Okay.
Well, actually, I think you're pretty intelligent.
All right. Well, Mim has entered the chat. And thank you very much, Lorinda XO. All right. So I'm getting nicknames. Mine's a nickname as well. Keys Dan. Any Google search will let you know my name's Daniel Gilson. I know that Lorinda has a nom de plume. XO and Mim. Is that your God-given name?
No. That's her artist name.
Yes, Mim. Well, tell the people who you are.
Well, I'm Australian.
Okay. You and millions of other people. How does that set you apart?
Half the time I get told to talk too much.
Now I want you to talk a lot. We got time to fill. I need to know the story of Mim.
That's why she's a really good podcaster with us, because we definitely appreciate her voice, and we like to say the voices of the jungle. So that's all the podcasters. It's probably, I want to say, about 7 of us in a group, and we're all part of Feral Activity Podcast.
Yeah, we've got very good dynamics going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to know more. There's no dead air here. We got to know more. All right, let's take it to Oklahoma. Lorinda XO, tell me more about Oklahoma and where you live, and if you were on the tourism board, what can you say about what is it, Lawton, Oklahoma? Tell me what is there good to do there?
I live in actual Chickasha, so it's home of the 50-foot leg lamp.
50-foot leg lamp?
Yes.
Okay, I got to know more. Inquiring minds.
Have you ever seen A Christmas Story?
I have.
Well, think of Fragile, but 50 foot.
Okay, I got the leg lamp now. Now I've been to Oklahoma. I've been to. I know Route 66 goes all through there, and I worked at FedEx for a little while, and I did some training out there in Oklahoma, and I remember passing Broken Bow and all that stuff. But there was a big giant oiler when I was driving my FedEx van around. There was an oiler somewhere in there. Have you seen that oiler?
No.
Well,
do you know how many things I pass here in Oklahoma? I was like, that's nice.
Lots of things. Okay. Well, I mean, this Oklahoma. You grew up in Oklahoma, is that where you settled down?
Oh no, I grew up in Oklahoma.
And what's this Austria?
Oh, my grandparents are from Meerhofen, Austria.
Meerhofen, Austria. So you put yourself down as being from there. I guess that's where the roots come from. I got roots
Yes.
like a radish. You got roots like an oak tree. I say that about my
Exactly.
wife as well. She's got roots like an oak tree. I think some of her family were signers of the Declaration of Independence. I go back to my grandfather from Cuba, and that's it. That's as far as I get.
Oh, se me había olvidado que eres cubano.
Más cubano de la Guantanamera. And that's what we need to do is start speaking Spanish in front of these people that are also part of the bilingual podcast, but have no idea how to speaky. Now, I might be a little off there because Mims might be fully bilingual.
Mim, she's part of Feral Activity Podcast. She's not part of Transcending La Familia. Maybe one day she'll be on there. We'll see. But for right now, Lorinda's going to be the co-host for me for Transcending La Familia. But yeah, Mim, she's an amazing person. We met her, and actually I met both of them about November of last year. I want to say. And we just started this podcast together, and we've just been getting to know each other, and it's really cool to find people like on social media that are actually genuine people. And so we just grew a relationship, and now we do this podcast together, and it's a lot of fun. Mim was actually a guest to the podcast before she became a podcaster for it. She was the first 2 episodes we got to interview her because in Australia she has a dungeon. She's a madam. And so that's her. She likes to say spicy word, but during the daytime, she works in a prison. So, yeah.
All right, Mims, I'm going to go ahead and shut the other 2 out of the podcast. The rest of the podcast belongs to you and your dungeon. Let me know more. I got to know, what is a madam and what is a dungeon, and is it dominatrix? Is it? Well, tell me more about this. I could speak for the next hour about it.
Okay, so could I. I'm not a dominatrix. I'm 4 levels above a dominatrix. I'm a madam.
Okay, and more. Elaborate. Tell me more.
Dominatrix do what I tell them to do, not the other way around.
All right, so you're the boss. Just like the other ladies that are on this podcast. You're the boss. You have made yourself a space to where you can direct things the way you want to do them. I have one job where I am bossed around. I have another job where I am the boss. The one that makes me feel better is the one that I can direct the way I want it to. And we were speaking before you got on about having enough money to where you don't have to worry about making more money. If you had, enough money to where you could focus on the things that you wanted to do, what would it be that you would do if you didn't have to worry about making money?
I don't have to worry about making money. I make quite a lot.
Very good.
I own and run my own dungeon.
Okay. And do you want to disclose where the dungeon is and let people know how to get there and put it on the What Makes You Famous walking tour?
No, you've got to have an invitation. It's got to be sent.
Yeah, no. It's in Australia. That's all we know. So, but I will say in TikTok, me and Lorinda experienced her while she was in the dungeon. She had her mic on, and we actually got to hear like her in session and stuff. So it was a very interesting experience.
Well, I've seen it in movies, and I was having a discussion earlier with my father-in-law about Stanley Kubrick and I think he was talking about A Clockwork Orange, and I said Stanley Kubrick made 13 films that were 13 different types of films. He made a space movie, and he made a pornography, The Eyes Wide Shut, where yes, people that have enough money to do what they want to do will sometimes get into things that we wouldn't even know about. We wouldn't even think to get into because we have other things on our plate. But if you didn't have to worry about anything, you might go eyes wide shut. Is that how your dungeon, your place works? Will they have costume parties and what some people might call perversions? But hey, I don't want to shame anybody's kink. If that's what you're into and you're not hurting anybody, go for it. But is that how some of your parties are?
It's not a party. It's not a club at all. It's a safe space. It's where high-profile clients come in. They fill out a questionnaire because I don't want someone coming in that's wanting to be hurt just because they're little pain sluts. I'm very well versed in what they want, and I question them. If I don't think that it would be safe for them, I don't let them in.
Well, it's good, Mims, that you have a questionnaire ahead of time. It gives people an idea, gives you an idea of how the client wants to be treated. Even in the wedding areas, we Sachy and myself, we have questionnaires ahead of time. This way, there's no surprises when the sessions are being made. Say you were officiating a wedding and they didn't want someone to tell jokes. Sometimes at wedding officiants, we'll tell a joke or two to lighten up the mood. That way, it's not
my husband. He's a stand-up comedian. He'll tell a joke even if you ask him not to.
Now that's not good because in Mim's line of work, that could get people hurt. If you say no whips or don't hit me in the head with a spoon, or these are examples. I know you've corrected me on semantics that my terminology is not proper. It's not a party. It's not a get together. It is a place of business. It is where clientele go to get their fantasies to come true. Am I correct in this, Mims?
Yeah. I've had clients that have come in that have no idea what they want. So I sit down and talk to them. And a lot of people are just like, oh, it's just for pain. Sometimes it's not at all. Sometimes it's just sitting and I'll hold them and put their head on my chest.
See, that's sweet.
And talk them through stuff. I'm kind of like a therapist, but if they want a bit of pain, okay, then you can pay for it.
That's sweet, but in a very Monty Python kind of way. I paid for an argument. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. All right, Lorinda, you're just a simple farm girl from Oklahoma, just a simple mama out there. Have you gotten into these dungeons? No. What's your kink? No.
Oh, she has a catchphrase.
All right, Lorinda, tell all.
Well, do you want me to shove a cactus up your ass?
Well done.
She's known as the Cactus Queen. So she's known as the Cactus Queen. So like on the podcast, we have the Cactus Queen. We have me, and then of course the Monarch is my husband. And then I did want to mention Callie. She's also one of the voices of the jungle. Jay is another voice of the jungle. Little Sinner is also one of the voices of the jungle, and then Chaos Bound. And so we just added Jakey. And so it's basically a podcast where we get to talk about things that most people don't talk about. Our upcoming episode is going to feature a masseuse in Florida that was part of a nudist community. So we're going to get to interview her, ask her some questions. We asked Mim a lot of questions. It was at like 3 hours, so we had to split it up into 2 episodes. But because I mean, so many people like you, we had so many questions, And so, but yeah, our upcoming guest is Cherie, and she's a masseuse, and that was in a nudist community.
Well, Lorinda, I have to know if I happen to be in a relationship with you, is that an option? The pineapple thing.
I mean, if you want
So
it to be, it
cactus.
sure is.
Has it ever
But
happened?
I prefer cactuses.
No, has it? I'm sorry, the cactus thing. Has it ever happened before?
Not yet, but I'm hoping.
The day ain't
I'm
over
very
yet.
hopeful.
All right, Mims, has that ever happened in your place of business?
What, cactuses?
Cactus in the old R.
Oh no, I have other equipment for that.
Okay. Hey, this podcast can be whatever you want it to be. It's a learning podcast. It's what
That's all right.
the advantage I have is I get to learn not just from one person, but from three lovely ladies today. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. But I really want to delve in further. All right, Sachy, let's lighten it up. Tell me what else you're into. Are you still writing books? You're still writing poetry? Are you putting anything together and online?
Yeah, so that's funny that you say that because both of them are actually also poets, and there are upcoming authors so in this year we're doing a poetry collection. And so they're both going to be in the book. So by the end of the year, they're both going to be published authors and poets. And so I'm super excited for them because, Learning Idiom partners with Authors R Us. And so we publish people because we're an educational nonprofit. We like to incentivize people to like write, and things. And so getting them published is our way to incentivize them to, write and be creative and just, because Lorinda won the poetry competition, so that was one of the things that one of our partners from Life Services of America in Florida, we partnered to do a lot of online conferences, and so this poetry competition is something that every single contestant that enters the poetry competition has the ability to be in the book, and so because both of them were in the competition. That's the reason why they're going to get to be in the book. For each poet, if you don't want royalties, it's only $50 to be part of the book. But if you want royalties, then it's $100. So, which is actually a really, really good price because most people, if you self-publish, it's for about $1,000. So it's a really good opportunity for you to just become published and become a published author or a published poet or both.
Yeah, I've learned ever since home economics when I was a student in school was you got to spend money to make money, and that seems to be the model these days. If you want to make money on X, I guess it's Twitter, you have to spend money to do that. And I guess you're much better at this social media than I am. I would say that you have a way of meeting people. You did Discord, and I'm not sure exactly what that is. I know I signed up for it one time, but I've never been on it. And how did you meet Mims and Lorinda XO?
So we met in Little Center, another voice of the jungle. She's part of Feral Activity Podcast. Little Center has a lot of TikTok lives that she does, and so we met in her live. And so it was very unhinged, very 21 plus conversations, and so
Very feral.
yeah, very feral. And so me and my husband, we had this idea to have this podcast about 2 years ago because he runs his own taxi cab business. He would give a lot of exotic dancers rides to work and then ride home. And so I would ride with him sometimes, and they would have these insane stories. And so I would tell him, I'm like, we're thinking of calling it stripper talk. But then I told him, I'm like, that would just like kind of limit it to one profession. So I was like, why don't we just open it up to like feral activity? Because then we could interview and feature other professions, not just that one. And so that's when feral activity, the idea of it came up. But then we met these people, and they were doing the same thing that like the exotic dancers were doing. They're just sharing, crazy stories. And so we're like, hey, do you guys want to be part of a podcast? And so we launched it in the beginning of the year. So it's going pretty well. My husband is like, happy just because this was the idea he had like 2 years ago, but we didn't want to just it be me and him, honestly, because I'm not a very feral person at all. but he is. And so we needed other voices. We needed other people that are feral, like Mim and Lorinda. So that's why we created this little group, and that's why we get to hold space for people that we got to interview an OnlyFans creator. We got to interview a biker that's in Biker Talk, and we got to interview someone who was a escort. So like we just kind of hold space for them to share their story and just share their experience, and not in a judgmental type of conversation, but just kind of like a day in the life of them. So it was pretty cool that we've accomplished that, and I'm excited for our next episode.
Yeah, it's amazing how the spark of an idea can be fanned in over weeks, months, and possibly even years, and become a big roaring flame that has become your feral podcast. It's nice, and these podcasts have been a way to share information, and I'm glad that you have that platform that you're able to share a bit of yourselves and the people that come on. I don't speak to anybody on this podcast that I'm not interested in speaking to, and I appreciate you, Aysleth, the Sachy Ice Queen, bringing these two fine ladies on to give their stories, not just your story, but also what they're into. Now, you're talking about being an author, not just of one book, but several different publications. I've not authored a book, let alone several. Lorinda.
Well, let's change that. Keys Dan.
I speak. And if you transcribe what I speak, like this Zoom automatically transcribes all the stuff that I'm speaking, yes.
It's an audio. You can have an audiobook.
Yeah, I could put all that into a book. And when I say that I read a book, I'm not reading a book anymore. I think the last book that I read, well, I have two from the author Mark Grisham sitting here on my desk. Yes, it's John Grisham's brother. He was on the podcast, and he gave me a couple of books. So I'm like, oh, pretty cool. And they're about Arkansas. They have an Arkansas connection to them. But Lorinda XO, tell me about the books and poems that you've written, and how can people find those things?
Oh, well, like she said, it's about to be published, and that is the first book I've written.
Fantastic.
All my poetry is just for me, typically. So
now, you don't have a blog or a vlog that you read the poetry, or you don't have sessions where you read it aloud to people?
No, but I promise the next time we talk, I will.
Oh, that's fantastic. I appreciate that. Now, Mims, or poet, author, tell me about the books you've written or about to be written.
She's also a music. She writes music too.
I've written between 80 or 90 lyrics to songs.
Okay, tell me about the songs.
They go from anywhere from, how would I say, being in love to being an angry bitch to some very spicy songs, which I just finished like 3 tonight. I'll have to share them with you, Sachy.
So it was really good.
Wait a minute, you finished 3 books tonight or 3 songs tonight?
No, three songs tonight.
And how do we find the songs that you've already made that are out there?
Well, this is where Sachy comes in handy, because I am not technically savvy at all.
Yeah, I'm helping her to get them released in the 23 platforms as well as where mines are. Right now, I just have 3 singles out. I have Only You, which is the song that I wrote about my for the wedding that we're going to have in May. Because even though we've been married in May 1st, it will be 2 years, we haven't had our wedding. So on our 3rd year anniversary, we're going to actually have our wedding. So I wrote that song so that I can walk down the aisle with that song. It's called Only You. And then I wrote a song about Lorinda and me. It's called Ice Queen, Cactus Queen. And then the last one that I've just recently released as well was My Monarch, which is the Valentine's Day song I wrote for my husband this year. But yeah, we're going to have Mim's songs out soon. I'm super excited because she does amazing. She's an amazing songwriter. I love listening to her songs. And so they will definitely be out soon.
Well, there's a lot to making a song listenable. Do you have an engineer, or do you have the equipment available to your at your disposal to make a song mixed and mastered properly?
So we use a couple different apps. My husband does, and I do too. And then Mim uses the same app as well. It's called Suno. And so she uses Suno a lot, and my husband uses like I think two other ones. And he also just released his album. It has about 5 songs. He's about to release more. But yeah, he's on the 23 or 26 platforms as well as the Monarch of Fire.
Now, Suno is one of these AI creating apps that they are able to remix one version of a song into an entirely other genre. I know that there's video apps. There's like a Sona. No, wait, is it Sora? And that's about to be closed down because it's just too real or something. Yeah. What is it about this AI that's so appealing to you to make songs, and what do you have to put into the AI into the Sona to get a song out, Mims?
Well, you've got one part is you can write in, what beats you want, like what genre, whether it be like reggae, heavy metal, ballad, country, all that kind. So you can it's got down on the bottom what you can pick, but if you want to type in as well, if it's sad, if it's what else? Romantic, soft. There's a lot that you can type into the style, and then also in the lyrics. I write all my own lyrics, but you can write in a certain amount and then hit generate new lyrics, and it adds more. But I don't like doing that. I actually like writing it myself, and then you hit the create button and it generates it, and then it gives you 2 versions, and you can pick which version you like, or you might look at it and go, no, I just want to change that up a bit. And then you can actually put it as a liked song, and you can publish it as well on there.
Yeah, so if people do want to download that app, Suno, that is where she has all her songs. But we're gonna have them in other platforms as well. So, she has all her songs on Suno.
Yeah, I know that there's some people that are foursquare against AI. Oh, I'm afraid of it. I use AI to help me write scripts when I'm doing my history and true crime and science podcast and health podcast. And then I'd say they're podcasts. They're mostly 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute videos for TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, you mentioned that you were on TikTok. The changeover when TikTok got sold, I had an account that had thousands of viewers on it. And then as soon as that got sold, it got banned. So now I'm on my backup, which is now my primary TikTok, and I only have a couple of hundred subscribers on there, which is, you build and you build and you build and you build, and then someone takes over and bam, you're out of there. It happened.
That's funny that you mentioned that, because whenever the transition went over, it changed the actual algorithm of TikTok. And so a lot of creators are really, really upset because they're not getting as much traction as they used to. And so you're not the only one that has complained because of the transition, but that's good that you do mention TikTok. That is also something that me and my husband are doing in our, nonprofit. Well, it's not our nonprofit. So when Chaos Bound, which is also part of the Feral Activity podcast, we're planning to. We're in process of, it has to get approved and everything, and we're going through all the legalities of it, but we're going to start our own TikTok agency. And so I've submitted, it takes some time. And so a lot of people don't really know what a TikTok agency is for. A TikTok agency is for the creators whenever they get banned, like you said, or when they get flagged, and they don't have live access anymore. They can't go live. An agency helps you get your live status back. They're also supposed to help you grow as a creator. And so because Learning Idiom, is a virtual vocational academy, that is another thing that we're adding for the academy is like learning how to get paid on TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, I pretty much just post and ghost now. It doesn't show me any love. The one that has been showing me love financially is Facebook. I put all my videos on Facebook, and they send me a few bucks every month. So that's pretty nice. And now, not everyone can have a nonprofit. You have to have some kind of a profit so you can live.
That's why we're partnering with a limited liability company, which we're still kind of in that's why I said we're still in kind of the legalities portion of it, because we want everything it's going to be correct. And also TikTok takes forever to like approve, or at least it feels like forever. But we're actually getting added to a C Corp, me and my husband. And so that's the reason why it's going to be through the C Corp and not the nonprofit. But because we have a nonprofit, we're just going to take care of the educational side of an agency, which is teaching people how to use TikTok, how to go live. Honestly, me and my husband, we've been on TikTok for the past, I want to say the past 3 years. TikTok paid for the down payment of our car. We got a new car, and TikTok paid for our car, the down payment at least. And so we do a lot of box battles. We do a lot of lives. We do the podcast is actually an interactive podcast on TikTok. Like that's the only platform that we're actually live. Then it gets distributed to the other platforms, of course. But we've had some good success, in TikTok. I've also, like you, make money on Facebook, but I don't know. I just I like TikTok a little bit more than the other social medias, just because. I don't want to say because of the people, but because of I don't know. It's different. Facebook is a little, I can't really speak for people who actually like Facebook, but I'm like you, the opposite. So on Facebook and Instagram, I just post and I leave. Like I don't really go live on there anymore. But on TikTok, I'm like live almost all the time. And it's just because I found a lot more supportive creators and supportive people on TikTok. So, and I didn't find that in Instagram or Facebook. So,
well, I'm trying to limit my doom scrolling, to minutes rather than hours. It's hard, once I guess my algorithm on TikTok is comedians, a bunch of jokes, and that's it used to be DJ after DJ after DJ, not anymore. The DJs have all gone away, it seems like, on TikTok. But, I don't want to spend a lot of time on social media. I do my advertising for the shows that I'm doing on the weekends, the DJ shows, and then I get on out of there. And hopefully people come to those shows. And that's what we're here to do, is to help you promote the things that you're doing. Between Lorinda and Mims and Sachy, the three of you have so many things on your plate. So I do want to go ahead and start with the listing of the things that you're doing and the links to those things, so people can write those down, and I can put them in the show notes, and people can click and find out more about you. Now, Mims, since you were the last on, I want you to be the first to give the shout outs to people that have helped you along the way, and also give links to places that It seems like Sachy is your agent that's helping you put those links out there.
That's funny that you say that.
Of all things, she's my boss.
Yeah, but Mims, do you have any links that you want to share with people that they can visit with you and collaborate with you, and maybe one day find this dungeon if they so desire, because it seems so secretive.
I mean, you can find us on the link tree, Feral Activity Podcast. All of us are in there. So we have podcasters, and there's the list of all the podcasters where you can reach out to them. So
Well, you'll have to send me that link for the show notes.
Yeah, I'll send that so that because we do so many things. But I mean, Mim, do you know your handle on TikTok?
My handle.
Yeah, the little @ sign and what's after it. That's your handle.
Your name on TikTok, Mims.
It's Mim on TikTok, but
Mim, just Mim on TikTok.
Well, all right, that makes it simple.
As I said, I'm not technically savvy.
All right,
I got it for you, Keys Dan and Mim. It's the @ sign, and then it's Mim MIM 46506. That is her handle on TikTok. Again, that's definitely the fastest way that you could probably reach her. Lorinda, she actually has her handle as her name on here, so it's Lorinda XO.
46506. So there was 4,605 other Mims that came before you. You had to be the 4,606th.
Oh, I'll change that. And maybe because with Sachy is once the agency is up and running properly and stuff, you'll have to come and join me in a live.
Well, all right. I used to do lives every day on TikTok, every single day. Not anymore.
This is something. This is what you'll learn.
Am I going to get virtually whipped?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe degraded a little bit.
Maybe a virtual.
Lorinda's going to be doing degrading lives. People that they enjoy being degraded. Lorinda's going to take care of that, and then Mim's going to do like a virtual dungeon experience lives, and so we're excited for that.
You will not hear my clients, but you'll hear me.
All right, perhaps Lorinda will lead me to the right place that I can find a cactus that's suitable for insertion. Where do I find such a thing? Maybe in Oklahoma. Is there a spot that you go to, Lorinda XO?
No. TikTok. But anyway.
Oh, there's a TikTok store for the cactus for insertion.
Not yet.
Oh, you're developing that.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, you should check out Riz.
All right,
I have
we'll
on
pass
order,
out.
Lorinda, though. I have on order, Lorinda, a couple of cactus butt plugs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, one of the nice things about this, the social media, if you get it all proper, you can brand yourself. I branded myself as Keys Dan. Now, some things, because I've been banned, are now Keys Dan 911, Keys Dan 411. But for the most part, if you Google it or use your search bar of choice, you put Keys Dan in there, you're going to find me. Now, Aysleth, I know you have Sachy Ice Queen. Is that branded everywhere? If somebody, that's a pretty long handle, but if anyone looks up Sachy Ice Queen, is it going to go directly to you, or is there another Sachy Ice Queen that's fighting for your name?
No, sir. There is no one called Sachy Ice Queen. If you Google my name, I am published as Sachy Ice Queen because that's my poetry. Whenever I published my poetry, that's my it's my artist name. And so even if you put Sachy Ice Queen, I'm sure Apple Music is going to show up because I already have songs out. Of course, my legal name is Aysleth Stutz, but my handle is my maiden name just because I've had that handle so long that I just didn't want to confuse my my following. So it's my first name and last name and then number 1 because, again, there's only one like me. It's AYSLETH, Zeledon, ZELEDON, and then the number 1. That's my handle everywhere. Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. And I keep it the same just so that it's easier for me to remember, but also for everyone else to just find. And honestly, just Google my name is so rare. Lorinda was just talking. I was just talking to Lorinda about that. It's we have not very common names, and so it's not that hard to find us if you just Google us.
Yeah, I could see Lorinda XO as having that brand. Tell me, are you that everywhere? Where can they find you?
Oh yeah, I'm not everywhere. Instagram, Threads, TikTok,
Oh, now you brought on
everywhere.
a whole nother social media. Threads. Are you on the was it Butterfly? What's the other one that came out to battle X because people didn't like that one?
Oh, I know. I'm just on Threads.
Threads. I guess that comes with your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason I'm on Threads.
Yep.
There's just too many social medias to keep up with. Are you Snapchatting people as well?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I was just kidding, and you are. But what good does Snapchat do?
You can actually once you reach the creator fund on Snapchat, you make more money than on Facebook and TikTok.
Yep. Show
They
review.
pay more.
Yeah, people think that being a creator is not a job. Oh, it's not
It's
hard
not.
work. It is hard work. You spend
Do
a
you know how
lot
hard
more
it is
time.
posting in like 5 different platforms? Like, Lord.
Yes, I
And then
do.
keeping up with the comments and like everything else. Like, Lord, it's a full-time job.
Yeah, and
Really?
I pay for an AI to help me post on all those different platforms, and it's still hard work because you have to make those videos, you have to edit those videos, you have to make them kind of interesting. And if they're interesting to you, maybe they're not interesting to everyone else. Maybe
Yep.
I don't have a cactus that's going in the right orifice, and maybe I don't have a dungeon that where people can hear people getting beaten or some screams in the background. Maybe I don't have that.
I'm sure I could get you on your knees.
There's another reason to go to Australia. Good day, mate. All right, put another keys
Get
down on the
in, get
Barbie.
out, and get down under.
I could see that. What is it? Is it fall for you right now?
Yeah.
And does the toilet spin the other way? I think that's always been a wives' tale. Is it clockwise or
spins
counterclockwise?
Your toilet, does it go clockwise or counterclockwise?
Counterclockwise, as I think. I don't really look in my toilet.
All
I'm not
right.
that
Well,
interested in
mine
looking in
goes
my toilet.
clockwise. So obviously down under, it's
Yeah,
going the opposite way.
counterclockwise. Yeah. No,
It's something I've heard ever since Crocodile Dundee.
now after I do a shit next time, I'll be looking and just going, yep, okay, yep, it's counterclockwise.
Perfect. I'll be looking forward to the answer to this and more pressing questions on the next What Makes You Famous podcast.
Yeah, I definitely would like to mention we are going to have a fundraising gala in October this year. It's going to be in Little Rock, and I'm super excited. We only have 20 tables, and so if you're wanting to have a table for this fundraiser that we're doing for Learning Idiom, it's going to be a gala. You get to dress up, look pretty, and it's going for a good cause, honestly, and we're bringing like the best speakers in the world. Every continent is going to be represented. It's going to be a 2-day event in the end of October. Just make sure you follow the at Learning Idiom IDIOM, and we'll definitely have the dates out, and it's going to be in October of this year here in Little Rock, and so I'm sure. I'm hoping, Keys Dad, you can make it. If I got to make sure I compensate you, I will definitely do that because we're looking to we're gonna need the whole mic setup and everything that you have because I know you helped us with one of the business events that we had a couple years ago, and so we're gonna need all that because I don't have any of that. And so I mean I might have like a little mic. I have a mic and a karaoke machine, but that's about it. I don't have any. And so we're gonna bring people from all types of the world. Again, it's a partnership with Life Services of America and based in Florida. They're gonna bring out their speakers that they do these virtual conferences. It's gonna be doctors, professionals, like global leaders are gonna come to Little Rock, and they're just gonna have 5 to 10 minutes of inspiration to just. They're either going to talk on, suicide awareness or, cancer awareness. Like everyone's going to have their own topic, but it's going to be a big gala. and everyone's going to be dressed up. We're hoping it's going to be a 2-day event, just so that the people that can't make it on Saturday can make it on a Sunday. And Lorinda's going to be there too, because she's the director in Oklahoma, but this is a gala, so we're going to definitely fly her out. We would fly Mim out, but I think immigration might have some issues right there. She was already here. Of course, we would bring her in, but we're working on that. Mim has to make her way to the States like as soon as possible.
Are you hinting? Are you hinting?
Yes, hint, hint. Mim, get over here.
It is in the works. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's gonna be in October.
I think my partner will have more of a say so in that.
See, I appreciate that you're making these events 2 days because yes, every Saturday I'm booked, but Sundays I might be available. That's great, and this way more people can be a part of your events. I'm very proud to know you personally, to know your husband personally. I've and even your son. He's wonderful. You have a great family. You have a great group around you. You mentioned Claudia Fountain earlier. Just another one of the fantastic people of this community of Conway, of the area, of the Arkansas area. And now you're introducing me to, oh my goodness. You're introducing me to two other fine people that are not just in this community, but of the world. And that's super. Thank you, Lorinda. Thank you, Mims. I got all choked up. Just getting to know you. I appreciate it.
Maybe we'll compensate you with a VIP pass for you and your wife.
Oh, well, thank you very much. As long as there's no cacti involved.
No. To a dungeon that I'll open up over there.
Oh my gosh. Invited to the secret dungeon. Oh, wonderful. All right, let's start to land this plane because we've been on for a while now. Mims, more shout outs.
Yes.
Anybody you'd like to shout out that's helped you along the way?
These two girls.
All right.
I was very new to TikTok, and they've basically taken me under their wing. And Monarch as well.
Super. All right, Lorinda XO. Would you like to give some shout outs to people that have helped you along the way?
My boys first. Sorry, y'all. My boys come before me, so they definitely come before everybody else. Sachy, for sure. Mem, Monarch, my mom. My mom's amazing. Yeah, that's you for having us on.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Definitely.
Hooray, I'm part of the circle.
You're part of the circle.
As it widens, concentric circles widening as we reach out into the world. Sachy Ice Queen. Yes.
I'll widen you, and Lorinda can tattoo a cactus on your ass.
Ouch. Very ouch. It's not my kink. It's not what I'm into. Yet.
Yet.
Stick around, mate, and you will learn and you will like.
These are the types of things that happen on the Feral Activity podcast.
This is what I look forward to when I download that podcast and stick it in my ears. And that's the only orifice it's going to be in.
Stick it in your ears. Okay.
All right. Sachy, any shout outs?
I definitely want to give out a shout out to Mystic and Castiel in North Carolina. I wouldn't have been able to be a songwriter and artist on those platforms if it wasn't for them. They've helped me learn how to do that. And so I definitely wanted to shout them out. I definitely want to give a shout out to all the prickly bitches. We have a little group of all of our friends that we've met on TikTok. And we have a Snapchat group where we just have all the prickly bitches there. We named it that. And so if you've been in any of my prickly bitches box battles, definitely wanted to shout you out. And so I definitely I'm enjoying a lot of getting to know a lot of new people. But honestly, I think I'm sure Keys Dan can, like, because you've been a podcaster and a radio host for so long, like, it's really, really cool to meet people that not just are quality, like, people, but also they're very entertaining. And so, like, I have a fun time, being able to do, I like to say creating my own abundance, and so I'm very excited for the upcoming, fundraising events and how we're expanding outside of Arkansas and into Oklahoma and Tennessee, and Texas. And so I'm super excited for our upcoming, events and again, you too, because I mean, I think you've interviewed me since the very beginning, and so we've known each other. I mean, the Learning Idiom started in 2021, so we've known each other for a good amount of time, and definitely always appreciate your support.
Hooray! All right, I always finish these things off with last words for the people. This could be words to live by. I don't want this to be the last time that we talk. As time progresses, you're all invited, either individually or as a group, to come on and share more of your story. I know you've only scratched the surface, especially you, Mims. You came in late in the game, and I got just a taste of what you do. And even you, Lorinda XO, I only have a little taste of what you do. But we're going to give last words for the people individually, and I'll go in reverse order. I guess since I know Mims the least, this could be words to live by, something you've heard a long time ago, or whatever pops into your head at this moment in time. Mims, give your last words for the people.
If you want it, all you've got to do is ask for it.
Very nice. All right, Lorinda XO, same thing for you. Words to live by, something you heard a while back, a mantra you wake up with every morning, whatever pops into your head. Lorinda XO, give the last words for the people.
My story isn't over just because it got hard. I survived to tell it, and now I'm telling it on my terms. How's that?
Very nice. Everyone has a story. All right, Sachy Ice Queen, batting cleanup. Let's make a home run. No pressure at all. Words to live by, something you heard a long time ago, or whatever pops into your head. Sachy Ice Queen, give the last words for the people.
Don't let the haters stop the game. Just keep going. I mean, haters are going to hate regardless. Be who you are and be authentically you. Don't let anybody try to change you. You're uniquely and made. And, that's, some people might not understand you. It's not their job to understand you. You know who you are. And you just, and if you don't, then, definitely start that journey of self-love and self-care, because it's going to help you in the end.
Well, there you have it, party people. A little catch up for Sachy Ice Queen and a little introductions for Lorinda XO and Mims. So Lorinda XO out of Oklahoma and Mims out of Australia. Good day, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie. I know they probably hate it when we do that, when we go over there. But as long as our money spends right, the tourism dollars come in, I don't think they mind too much. Yeah, maybe we'll find out more about her on the next episode, on the next edition of What Makes You Famous. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on the show and telling people what's going on now in your lives and what's happening with your particular stories, poets, published authors, songwriters, song makers, and using the AI. That's pretty cool. You're able to do more things on your own using these tools. Don't be afraid of technology. It won't hurt you until it does, till it becomes sentient. I bow to my AI overlord. Don't hurt me or my family. All right, that's it. I kid. From what I understand, AI will never take over until they do. What do you think? Let me know. Thank you so much, Sachy Ice Queen and Lorinda XO and Mims for being on the What Makes You Famous podcast. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. Now, if you, yes, you, my loyal listener, if you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email keysdan@aol.com. That's it for me. It's keysdan, radiowhat.com, djlittlerock.com. Peace! I'm out of here.